All right, what's up, everybody? Hey, it's Eric. We're gonna do a little bit of a challenge match today. I got my buddy Tree here. I'm gonna turn up my volume a little bit so I don't talk so loud. I got my buddy Tree here from Kankakee, Bourbonnais area, and we're gonna play a race to seven, and we're gonna kind of talk about it and some things like that. You see him warming up, and then we're gonna kind of have a little bit of lesson and things like that afterwards. So this is for him to watch. So if you're catching it, we're live on YouTube right now doing a little presentation. So if you have any questions, you can be sure to reach out, and I will be sharing this to my G1 page later in the afternoon. So hope you all enjoy, and here we go. All right. So what rules you want to do?
ACS.
Okay. You want to use the kitchen, or you do ball in hand after the break?
Yes, yes. Yeah, like
Ball in
I
hand
say,
after the break? Yeah. Okay.
kitchen or scratch.
Okay. I'm gonna close these curtains. And I'm ready to go whenever you are.
All right. You already hit a couple?
No, but
Okay.
it's all right. Angles don't change. I should be all right, I think. If not, I guess you'll just destroy me.
Oh, stop.
Hey,
If I break it, it will flip.
if I miss balls and you get out, it is what it is. you know. We're gonna get rid of that chalk though.
Man,
Oh, I
good.
can tell you what, you're hitting them better now because you're slamming that ball and
No,
making it
I'm just
now.
getting confidence in the stroke, too, just to loosen up
That's
the,
good.
you know.
All right. Well, lag to start, and how about alternate break from there?
All right, good deal.
Okay.
Good luck. Shoot well.
Yeah. Good luck to you, brother.
Okay. Oh, a little bit more. Oh, you got your new baby again.
Oh yeah, yeah. I had the red one the last time you saw me. yeah, it's they're back there probably on the top of the
Yeah, yeah.
thing there. Um, yeah, when these came out, I looked at it. I'm like, man, I think I like that blue better than the red, and the red one sells so fast. Or any of the rushes, they sell fast. So I um, I won the black one in a raffle, so I had 35 bucks in it. And then when the red one came out, um, I sold it and pretty much bought the red one for about 50 bucks
Sure,
because I the money that I got in return I just used for that one. And then I just did the same thing here, so I got $135 and like $2,100 worth of equipment. So yeah, whatever.
Oh,
I might not get rid of this one though. I'm kind of a blue guy anyway. So why am I breaking from over here? I don't
it's
ever break eight ball from there.
is that a drunk cue as well, or just a
Nope,
break cue?
nope, just a break cue. I shouldn't have asked about the ball in hand on the break.
Give me a chance,
yeah,
huh? So I see you don't have a spot where when you scratch, you don't have a.
no, just
Now
nope.
the game like that, or
Yeah, this is a home style diamond.
oh, okay, so different.
So like this is a bar table diamond. So it used to have the cue ball piece, but you can wire it to where it won't go down there. So both of them are set for home style stuff.
Good deal. What am I do with your eight ball? I have to bump you out sooner than later.
All right, so through this two tree, I'll just kind of tell you what's going on in my head too, so you can get inside me a little bit.
Okay.
Um, at some point in time within the next 3 shots, I plan to take your 14 because you locked up your 8 ball.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know what those 3 shots are going to be, but um, I don't want to eliminate both balls down here because if I take your 14, now you can try to snooker me from the rest of my balls down this way. So I might even just say forget it. I might just use the 7 or the 4 here and draw back and then use the 6 to take it away. But now if there's a good chance my 3 can lead me to a breakout here. So if I use the 2, I can actually try to make your 14 and follow the 2 in. And that gives me a chance to
Go ahead and maneuver.
get out of the rack. Yeah. So there's just a couple things that always go on in my head there too. Like this one here, the 2 is really good because if I draw back to about here, I can actually save the 3 and I could use the 6. Or if I stop it, I can use the 3 and break this out and then use the 6 to get on the 1. So there's a lot of different options that
So you got 3 choices all
yep, that go into it. So we'll see. We'll see what I can do here. Oh, I hit it too hard.
ball teams that stuff on though.
Hmm.
That's financial. Do you feel comfortable with your head set up? How you
Oh yeah, yeah. This I've done this before. I just don't do it very often.
okay.
Um, and I'm in a bad angle too. So like, if I shoot the 7, I'm gonna run into the 5, but
Sure.
I'm gonna have to shoot this hard, which stinks because if I shoot it too soft, I tie up my 5 ball.
Okay. And a bit. Sure. Bit of practice somewhere.
Oh, I should have called the 5. Now I've just tied up my 7, so the game's completely changed now.
Giving me another chance, huh?
Yeah,
Well, not as of now. It's not.
I like to I like to give chances. I guess I'm a nice guy.
Got somebody coming out here, man. The hospitality is awesome. Might have to contribute to the alcohol. 2 singers and something. See? Only a taste of ride. You missed.
I missed, yeah.
Why you call the 5 when you come inside?
No, I wanted to shoot the 7 and just break out the 5.
Oh,
I
okay.
missed the 7 ball.
Well, oh, you missed the 7.
Yeah,
Okay.
I missed the 7. I made the 5.
Ah. Oh, it hurt real good. I'm not used to that.
You playing on that 9 foot in Mantino a lot still?
What's that?
Are you playing on that 9 footer in Mantino a lot still?
No, no, we're filming a diamond in right across the street. The tracks, they got a diamond table in there. Back 40. You know
I
anything?
haven't been up there now in quite a while, so I don't
Got
know.
roofers. Yeah, it's better than everything in chocolate. You know, as far as
Sure,
tight pockets and
sure.
everything. All right, I'm gonna give myself a trophy.
Oh, did they open it finally or no?
No.
Is Peter?
Okay.
Yeah, I was supposed to be working with a guy, one of the one of the investors of that place. I was supposed to be working with him a little bit. Uh, think his name's Brad. He got a hold of me, and he's been silent. I haven't heard anything from him. So. Oh yeah. You're running out of options, Tree.
Yeah, I am. I gotta get my touchdown better.
Not a bad shot there. Making me come with a shot.
The reels a lot more. They grab faster. They talk like that.
I'm gonna call the 2 ball in the corner. Oh, you weren't supposed to hit it. Oops. No. I'm gonna call safe. Oh, I hit it too hard. Well. Retie up the 8. If it goes in, I'm okay.
Absolutely.
What's your plan to get the 8 ball out right now?
Trying to get it now. 2 rails.
You gonna go after it now?
Yeah.
Because if you go after it now, how are you gonna hit the 10 ball?
Not to bank it.
You're gonna have to bank it. So should you really go after the 8 right now if you're gonna have to risk banking the 10?
Alright. Let's see.
If you can come around 2 rails and get here, if you pocket the 10 with top left, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're going into it if you want to break it out. There's going to be some players they're actually going to play to get here.
Okay.
I don't know if you like that or not, but there's going to be some players that play to get there. Me personally, I don't want to shoot that shot. I'm going to ring around the rosy. If I got to bank the 8, I got to bank the 8, but I prefer to try to break that out. But I wouldn't do it with the 11 because you're not going to have a good shot on the 10. Yeah, that's pretty damn close. So you're going to have to hit this kind of center-ish. Okay, you don't want to hit it too high because it's going to change the angle this way,
Okay.
and that's going to be, you're going to wind up like over here,
Okay.
like it's going to come this way instead of
So
at it.
center.
Yep. So you're gonna want to try to get like here.
There.
If you get through here, you'll take this angle, and it'll give you the best chance to
Get behind it a little
come
bit.
in there. But if you put too much on it,
That's right.
you just got to hit it real good. You're gonna like maybe a half a tip of high, maybe, but a lot of left. You're gonna have to hammer it, or you can choose to play the bank on the 8 too. If you can, I don't know how comfortable you are with banks, but you can work to get a pretty straight in bank there if you wanted to.
Ah, just like you called it.
Yep.
I put too much on it. Safe. I call it really side pocket. I made a shot like that before on Roger.
Oh sure.
Oh,
Oh, on Roger?
yeah.
I'm sure he loved that.
Oh, yeah. I had quite a few shots of Tito's in me, though.
Hey, that's when the craziest shots come out.
Yeah, I call it side pocket with a kick bank cross side.
Tell them about that shot Roger made.
Oh, Lord, stop.
This is
Roger
probably one
made
of the
like
best shots I've seen in person.
Roger made like four
Anybody
awesome
ever.
shots in one game.
What is it called?
The match day.
Oh, he mass saved the ball.
Yeah, he match saved 3 balls in one game. Like one of them was just unreal. There's no
It
way
really was.
because how far it was away from it. You know what I mean? Victory round. Well, we broke the ice on that.
What's that?
So we broke the ice now.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's
Yep.
yours.
We'll do alternate. All right, 1-0.
You got any
Got any what?
cups?
Yeah, right there.
Oh, okay.
Right there by the TV.
You want some food? I might first try to take a chip before I leave. Wow, how long you had this? Top and turn the color on it.
Ooh, I get beepers sometimes.
Anything getting wrong? People don't like Tito's out here?
You just don't think that we all drink as much as we used to.
Oh. Yeah, it's full of them too.
In the beginning, when we started doing this, yeah, it was kind of a party.
Yeah.
But as it started to go on and
People got more.
people got more invested into it, and kind of changed the dynamic a little bit.
Oh yeah.
What happened to your butt cap of your
Uh,
brake cue there?
all my angry nights.
That is his toddler stick.
Oh.
We'll call that his toddler stick. You need to get rid of it.
Stop. This thing went through hell.
He had
Where'd your rush go? I thought you had a rush.
No, I sold it to a friend of mine, Jimmy.
Oh, okay.
I sold it. I didn't like it.
And then what?
I still love this.
He didn't like it up until 3 days before he sold it.
Yeah, no, he actually showed me how to hit with it.
And then he had already, made a promise.
Made the deal, yeah.
So I would have went back on it like, Jimmy, we good friends. He's at his wedding, so like, dude, we good friends. Like, my bad. Now that you done taught me how to really use it, he should have came to you. But whatever.
Well, you like to break from the corner. The rush isn't really designed for the corner. It's more of a head-on type
Yeah.
of brake cue.
I switch up. The only reason I go there from now because Roger always give me crappy racks.
Truth. Yeah, the second ball when you don't have a good rack, it's
And I don't even waste my time to study it no more. I just go straight to that marker. I like it to be honest with you, but I usually like to go like a little bit off
Mhm.
center.
That's where I break from.
Really? Okay. Actually I was watching that video you posted about the
So just the one I did the other day,
yeah,
the one I just posted yesterday.
and it works. It
Mhm.
works. If you make sure it's tight, it works. He even show you how to make the 8 ball a little bit. I'm gonna do it just 4 ball. Okay. Alright.
Shot. Does a 3 go past the 15 in the side?
No.
Okay.
It's all three pockets tied up. Four, no. Four. And go here or here. Nope, it won't go there either. Jeez. Alright, we'll work it out.
So my question to you is, if this ball only has 2 pockets
Really
and you had this ball sewn up, why did you elect to shoot solids?
because I was gonna use the four to bump
But
the
you don't
six.
have a pocket for the 3.
Okay, okay.
So now you're going to shoot the 4 here. You're going to push the 6 where?
And tie it up probably more.
Over
Closer to
here,
the
right?
end. Absolutely.
Okay, so if you went for the 15 to start off the rack, the 7 ball wasn't here. The 11 ball had a pocket. And you only have the 9, that's an issue here. Well, if you get anywhere over here,
I can use
you can come off the
12.
rail. If you
Okay.
get anywhere over here, you can go right into it.
Sure.
It's the out itself
It's a little bit
is
more
is free.
simplified.
Yeah.
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 And actually, I didn't see the three balls as trouble ball at first. I thought I only had the six ball, but when I made the two ball, I said that three don't go in the corner.
Yep.
So I didn't analyze the whole format because the three was like it's not tied up or nothing. So I thought for
Right.
sure I had a
Right.
pocket for
Still an awkward ball though.
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna call the 11 in the side.
Did you just parallel shift on me?
Maybe. Maybe not. Not too bad. That worked out all right. It should go off the 7.
Yeah.
I don't know if you'll get it in there without going off the 7, but it should go in there.
Yeah, I tried that corner.
Oh, he's being nice to me. All right. What a swell guy. I don't care what she says about you. You're all right. All right, so me coming into this rack, I register the 10 ball as my iffy ball because you've gotten both balls down here that are pretty tied up. So um, I'm thinking right now of going through the 9 and coming all the way back around here. And the reason why I'm doing that, because if I go too far,
Sure.
I've got the 12 ball as a backup ball.
Okay.
Some players would go like maybe the 12 and try to like get on this side of the 11, and I don't really see that. I could go up and over here and get on the 11, but now I got to come down and I got to
Just
come
yeah,
back
back
over
up.
here. What if I don't get there? Now I'm in this tweener shot to where I
50.
can go either way. I mean, good players are still going to make it, but
Sure.
it's that idea like I put myself here.
Right.
If I just shoot the 9 now, it gives me a natural angle to try to come back through here
Okay.
anyway.
Sure.
So it's one of those things where you're playing the harder shot to make the rest of them easier.
Smooth.
Yeah, one harder shot for the whole rack. So
Those are pretty damn
yeah,
good.
bumped the 8 on accident, but I mean it's all right. It's still luckily I didn't bump it here. That would have been a horrible problem.
Nice shot. Gotta loosen up.
And this last shot too, I'm gonna have to go 3 rails too. I don't know if you. I mean, I guess I don't have to, but I'm gonna slow roll. I'm gonna get like here. If I draw the ball back, even though I shouldn't, there's a chance I scratch. If I hit it bad, I'm gonna scratch.
Okay. You
If
want
I go 3 rails around, I'm avoiding all pockets, and even if I remotely come chance, I'm not scratching. I might hit the 7 and get buried behind the 3, but I'm not scratching because there's no way I can.
there's no way you could scratch.
Yep.
You want 3 rails. All right, I'm gonna get my medicine in me now.
Oh boy.
Nice. Nice out, buddy.
Thank you.
You're out thinking me in.
What's that?
So you're out thinking me in.
Well, you actually caught me on a good weekend.
Huh?
I'm playing a lot this weekend. I've hit some balls this weekend,
Oh,
so
okay.
I'm not just in the.
Which was 9 ball?
Well, I played that tournament. That tournament Friday night was 8 ball on the winners and 9 ball on the losers. So
Okay.
I was able to think through that, and then played a race to a 9 with a buddy of mine after my clinic that I did yesterday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
And
did
so
see that.
yeah,
Worked
so
out for you.
I've been doing both, switching back and forth, and it's pretty good. The clinic was really good.
Sure, sure.
They some lower level handicaps for the APA,
Uh-huh.
and what twist those, but yeah, twist them before
Oh,
you.
so slide it back,
Yeah,
or I can just push from the center.
yeah, you can. Yep, or you can twist it and pull whatever twist the circle thing. Yeah, that twist it.
Okay.
There you go. Now you can slide them so they won't fall off.
Oh, there we go. No, these I used to have them. They used to break real easy.
They do. They're awful.
That should.
Hmm. Of course, I'd make 2 stripes, and I have like no stripes to shoot at. So
That one looked good.
made 2 stripes, and I don't have a stripe to shoot at. So I'm gonna get gutsy here, just because like I've been practicing on some things too, and especially too, like I was telling you, you've been see me hitting balls. I've been able to go downstairs and
Sure.
actually play.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like I got my 5 ball as a tie-up ball, but with the 13 being so close to the 5, even though it's risky, I'm not near as afraid of the combo as if it was 6 inches away. I got an open table. I'm gonna shoot the
Oh, yeah, yeah,
13-5
yeah.
to start my
Yeah,
rack.
absolutely.
So, and I don't like
Yeah.
as an instructor, I'm probably gonna tell you this is probably a bad idea.
Yeah.
But I mean, as the players, as players get stronger, they start to not fear things. Like as long as I hit this As long as I hit the 13 anywhere good and I slow roll it, the 5 ball's supposed to go
Give it a
in.
chance.
I just, which I'm very capable of hitting it awful. You know, I mean that's a tough shot anyway, especially when you've got distance here. But I kind of focus on like if I make the 13, I should make the 5. So I try
Okay.
to turn a combo into one ball. It's pretty straight in.
Yeah.
So if I make the
Yeah, it's
13,
slight.
just yeah, it's just real slight. So my original thought was to take the 1 and come this way, but then I see myself hitting off the 13 and scratching. So I'm just going to take a chance and take a slow roll, and we'll see if I can come up with a nice shot and try to get out of the rack. And I missed it really bad. So sacrifices you make, but now it's open. The irritating, I made 2 stripes, couldn't see a dang one of them. So I left you wide open on either ones you want now.
Yeah, I think I like the solids better myself right now. Let me see. No, the straps is better.
I think the layout of solids is better, but you don't really have a good shot to start the layout of
No,
solids.
at all.
You've got a good shot with the 13
Yeah.
to begin your stripe run.
Yeah. Come here.
Mhm.
Shoot the 9.
Mhm.
Come off the rail. Shoot the 10. Oh, I'm glad I did. Yeah. Oh,
Well, if it doesn't go
yeah.
like,
It goes. It's
how
just
bad
the
is
cue
it?
ball's kind of
Oh
blocking
yeah,
it.
you got plenty of room.
All right. I tried 13 side pocket.
Okay. Pretty good shot. Very nice. Good stroke.
Thank you, sir.
Now before you get down on shoot that, go look. I would hate for you to stop that ball and then realize you can't make the 14 from there.
Get the 15. You stuck on it. Get stuck on the 15. I can 15 side. Ah, I missed it.
No, you didn't.
You might just take what it is.
Now you hit it. You hit it smooth enough.
Show my talent here, I guess.
Are you still gonna shoot the 15 in the side?
I'm thinking about going in the corner
I
because
think I would go in the corner as well now.
if I go in the side, I gotta travel and it's gonna mess. I got too much
Yep.
traffic.
You might have to just suck it up and.
Yep.
So this is a shot here. My full attention is on the 15 ball. I'm not even looking for remote shape on the 8.
Okay. Okay.
Make the ball.
Just make it.
You know, this is called taking your medicine. You know, look at where you're going to be, like have an angle of where it's going to go here. So if you make it, cue ball's coming, you could potentially even hit the 8. But worst case scenario, if you miss the 8, you might run through here and here. So when I say hit, you know, make sure you can see it, I would maybe hit this a little harder. Make sure that the cue ball gets away from the 6. Because if you make a beautiful shot, it would suck to be here.
Yeah.
You know, miss the 8 and all that stuff. Bad deal. Maybe even put a little bit of outside spin on it, because if you put some outside spin on it, you might be able to deviate to this path.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now even if you miss the 6, now you're coming here.
Here. Okay.
Okay, and if you do hit the 6, cue ball's probably going to come right here. Like I said, you got to take your medicine with a shot going either way, but you have a clear visible shot on the 8, and it's you have pockets. Like you don't really want to be like here, because now you got to
Right.
slow roll with the chance of scratching, or now you got to jack up and come with something.
Yeah,
So
yeah, trying to stop it. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
I would have taken more time than that too.
You know,
You didn't like the shot.
yeah, I got back
You
up.
know,
Yeah,
and you got back up and then you got down and then it was you're gone.
okay.
You know, take a look at it, really make sure. Take your time here. Make sure that you're confident in it. Don't give up on it. Don't rely on. Well, I hope it's gonna go in. This looks close.
Sure.
You know, make sure it goes in. I mean, and then too, like you hit that ball really hard and you see what you got out of it. You did hit the 6, but then the cue ball came back and hit the 8. So now it's just about taking that extra time. You would have probably wound up having a pretty good shot. Everything probably would have worked out all right. What's up, Doc?
I was going, what? Good, good, good. Serious right now?
So I'm playing the combo here, Tree,
Yes,
just
sir.
just just because the cue ball is going to naturally go down for the 3. It's just eliminating a potential issue.
Traffic
Yep.
or
Yep.
hazard. How you been, man? Been all right?
Have you guys met?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
It was here, yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You got the black, you got black shaft? I think? No? For sure. Okay. What kind of scene do you have in Istanbul as well? Yeah, okay. I might have seen that Istanbul as well. Oh, okay.
Uh-oh, that ain't good. Woo-hoo. We actually we were really lucky we put that table down there. Jay and I went down there the other day. We saw an outlet sparking.
Oh,
Could have had an electrical fire. Could have burned down the whole house. Yeah.
yeah. Hey, how you doing, bud? Good to see you, man. Oh, hell yeah. You could have,
It
you
could
don't even
would
know how long that's been going on, too.
it would have been real bad. Came down there and I came down there. I'm like, man, like, you see the fog in here, man? And he's like, yeah. Now that you say it, I do. And he says, do you notice it smells weird down here? And I go, yeah. And we hit the first rack and he was kind of over here and he looked up. Something caught his eye over in the outlet. It was
Flash.
sparking out of the outlet. Yeah.
Dude, electrical
Al-
fire is like one of the worst ever, dude.
Yep. Almost had a real bad deal.
Electrical fire. You can't, once it go,
Outlet? How
yeah,
that guy freaked out?
yeah, once it go, dude, it's not gonna stop. Once one thing catch on fire, it's gonna go throughout the whole system. Good shot, good speed.
So I'm gonna shoot the 2 in the side here, and I'm gonna draw the cue ball into your 15.
Oh, stop it. You're trying
Yep.
to kill it. Okay.
Yep. 3.
Oh boy.
Come on, Tree.
I'm not gonna get stumped, I hope. I play good smart now. I'm not getting out. I'm too aggressive.
Well, and I mean that, but that's like what I'm saying earlier with that 3 ball. You didn't look the whole rack through, and then you realize, oh crap, that 3 ball's only got one pocket. One thing that I've learned just from seeing the people that I have, it's really slowing me down up here. Even though as soon as I break, right, solids is the first thing I see per se. But then I really look around and like what I would have noticed with that is with this 5 ball here, its closest pocket that you had, there was nothing
Right.
there.
Right.
So with it being connected to the side pocket and it being blocked, my immediate reaction is to walk over here and pay attention to it. So now I'm coming and I'm looking at the rest of the pockets to see like, okay, well I can't. That's the simplest pocket. It's blocked. Is there a secondary pocket that I can go to? And then if the secondary pocket is this one, when the 5 ball's sitting here, you got to come all the way around and hit it or something like that. So then my attention would have immediately shifted to stripes, just because it's too jammed up, you know. And I'm not saying that stripes was the out, but you observe them before you decide, because based on just the difficulty of that. There you go, bro.
I can break from my favorite spot now since I ain't got to worry about.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give you a bad rack.
I forgot about that. You know, I'm just so embedded with it. You know. Breaking one. I can smell it.
Let's try that again.
I don't know how the hell.
That's a nice miscue though. I mean, you hit it just right to where you made it. That's hard to do.
Yeah, I miscued, but my stick was. I always try to see what my cue stops at. I miscued it that bad. So that means I need to just relax. I'm too tight on my hand grip, I suppose.
I would say also that before you break, because you just miscued, you should probably chalk your cue.
Oh yeah, especially with this super hard.
Might be a good idea.
Yeah.
That toddler stick, you need all the chalk you can get.
What?
Yeah,
Buy him a nice break cue for Christmas.
There we go.
Make sure he gets rid of that toddler stick.
I'll just use it until I get a new one. I don't need to break stick.
Or you could buy yourself a break cue and say, honey, you can't use this until you get rid of your cue.
That was a soft break.
It was, yeah, you didn't break him very hard.
I was trying to keep more control.
It's nervousness.
No, I was trying to keep more control versus power. You know, I gotta let him up still.
The
You know.
sound is soft. You've had about 4 5.
No, it takes me more games to get going. You know.
All right, so first thing I looked at is solids, just because the first thing I saw was the 14 was trapped, and now that I'm really looking at it, the 8 ball's trapped too. So as I'm looking around, a lot of times the players are going to choose the balls if they're trying to get out of the rack that traps the 8, because they have control of how the 8 ball is moved, right? So if I wanted to go for stripes, I check to make sure that it goes here, which it doesn't. So now the next piece is here, and I got to break it out. Now, good news for me is I've got a direct line. I can shoot the 13 here, and I can come right into it. But the problem is I have to play this super, super well. So I'm going to have to bump the 14 in here,
Okay.
because if I don't, I have to go for the 9, and now I have to break it out again. There's no balls left for me to even remotely break it out. So I can try to hit it a little harder, and I can try to force it here and out, which I'm probably going to do. But the real problem with this is I'm leaving myself super, super long, and I don't have a lot of control over the 14. Like,
How it plays.
and what I'm saying is I don't. A super strong player is going to hit this 14 flush and bump it right here, and they're going to get out of the rack. And I admit that I play well, but I don't know if I just don't give myself enough credit. I'm going to try that.
Sure. But
The chances of me doing it isn't as high as a player who's better than I am. So I'm taking the 9 ball as a backup ball. So that's why, like, as I'm coming through, I'm just gonna play it enough to move the 14. That way I can see the 9 if it doesn't work out. If I gotta try to shoot the 9 to get up here on the 15 to come all the way back down and do something crazy, I might have to. The chances are. This is really dependent whether or not I get out of the rack. It's really dependent on this shot. If I hit it really good, I can shoot the 14 here and I can come right back here for the 9, and now you're in trouble. If as long as I can see this window with the 9, because I can come right out here and I can go get the rest of these balls with no issues. So, but like my first instinct to shoot was solids, and it's not that solids is atrocious. The 1 ball comes here, but the 6 ball doesn't really have a pocket. It has one back here, but I got to get in there somehow. So what this is telling me with the 5 ball being here is I have to shoot the 1 first. So I can roll up, I can shoot the 5, and then the 6 ball's open.
Sure.
Okay, but this is like where the 13 ball is. It's pretty tight. So there's a whole bunch of options here that I see just within the first 30 seconds of me shooting the rack. And now the big thing is you got to make a decision. Do I start with the 2 ball because I can make the 2? Do I come off the rail and hit here and move it out of the way? And do I try to get on the 1 to get out of the rack with the solids being, with the 8 ball being tied up? I'm going to have to shoot the 4 ball and try to come into it, and if I can't shoot it in the side, this is tight, but it does go.
Oh yeah.
It'll go in there, but it's not easy. I got to shoot it to the outside part of the pocket, but it'll go. So that's what now as a shooter you got to do with you have to make a decision. What's the best chances I have to get out of the rack? Because I mean, of course we can play safe, but a lot of times here a good player is only going to play safe when they goof up. Here, they're going to try and get out of this rack. The balls are wide open. There's no ball touching another ball.
Right.
That's an invitation for a run out. You just have to make your mind up as to what you're going to do. So because the 15 is kind of the leader of this pocket, this is hard to get on for me to have something here. The 15's easier for me to play to get on something in here if I goof. So I'm going to take stripes. So I'm going to go for the shot here and see if I can come up with something. So now that I just talked through all that, I'm probably going to miss the first ball. But
Analyze that whole table within a matter of
30 seconds, something.
absolutely.
Yep.
That's cool shooting right there, dude.
Uh-oh. Yep. See, I goofed. Now the entire table's wide open. Like, this 14 goes. You got to put a little bit of draw on it so when it hits the point, it gets in here and it goes in. But it'll go past the 2. So I'm definitely in trouble. But now the big thing is you're wide open now. You can go after the 1 with no issue. Do you choose to go after the 1 or do you choose to take my stripes because the stripes control the 8 ball?
I like the stripes myself. Only thing about it is 14. That concept on how, especially on how.
You're gonna have to freeze the cue ball. This is literally a stop shot to make this ball.
Okay.
Because you have to just rotate the 14 forward, and the right edge of the 14 has to clip the point.
Okay.
If you shoot it any further into the point, you're gonna rattle the ball.
Okay. So shoot it to the point.
Yep. The right edge of it. The right edge of this ball has to skim the point, and it'll hit in here and it'll go in. If you hit the center ball into the point, you'll rattle it.
Okay. That's tough. All right, so 14 in the corner.
So now let me ask you.
Yes.
You're getting ready to pull the trigger on the 14, which is by far the hardest shot on the table.
Okay.
Okay. Are you absolutely positive that stripes is the one that you want to do right now? You got to remember, you have control of the table. The stripes have control of the 8 ball.
Right.
But you're about to shoot the hardest shot on the table with the smallest pocket on the table.
So I better try something.
Do you want to take the chance of missing that ball and giving me the power of the table?
No, sir.
Or do you maybe go after solids and you do try to work something out? Like the one ball goes here, okay, and yeah, the five balls